And as that student loan debt rises in the U.S., many students are now evaluating whether it makes sense to go to college at all. So let's bring in Erin Lowry, author of the Broke Millennials series, for more on that. Erin, thanks so much for coming on. It's such an important topic, and we all know that college can be expensive, but when you enroll in college, you generally do it with this expectation that you're going to have a fruitful career when you graduate. So how do students go about just making that decision and evaluating whether college is right for them at all as a financial decision, and which college is too expensive? How expensive is too expensive?
I would say a great rule of thumb when it comes to too expensive is thinking about the practical return on investment of your major. And this is never to dissuade people from pursuing the liberal arts, as a liberal arts major myself, but be realistic about your starting annual salary. And you do not want to take out loans that exceed your starting annual salary, and that's inclusive of all 4 years. So if you think you're only going to be earning about $40,000, you don't want to have loans more than $40,000.
What if your starting annual salary is probably not going to be very high, but you feel like, you know, sky's the limit on what you can do after that?
That's wonderful, and it's great to have that sort of optimism. However, it's still incredibly important that you focus on the practical realities of what you're actually probably going to earn. And you really want to make sure you prioritize federal student loans, minimize private student loans, and if you can pursue scholarships or even look at trade school or community college, then to a 4-year program, anything you can do to reduce the price tag is going to pay off.
I love this line. You say you gave up going to your dream school so you could have your dream life. Walk us through that and how you made that decision, because that had to be tough.
It was, especially at 18, because at 18, you want to do what you want to do.
Of course.
It's true for kind of your whole life. But really, for me, what happened is I had a school I really wanted to go to, but I was going to end up in probably 6 figures of student loan debt. Another school had accepted me and given me significant academic scholarships. So I figured that if I went to the school with the academic scholarships, I could graduate debt-free, and therefore I was going to be able to take more risk in my career moving forward, which really paid off for me. But I did marry into student loans, so they still got me in the end.
Oh, man. So what do you think students need to know about repayment plans and kind of that part of the process, and any big mistakes you think people need to be on the lookout for?
Well, absolutely, and you mentioned it in the introduction, those missed payments, and it's great that they're going to give a grace period of about 12 months on missed payments, but it's incredibly important you always make your payments on time. If you think you're going to miss one or it looks like you're not going to be able to pay, call your lender ahead of time and have a conversation about it. Don't miss and ask for forgiveness. The other big thing to consider is, what is your repayment strategy? Look at the income-driven repayment plans if you have federal student loans, and look at the interest rates. It's so important that you're not just paying the minimum due forever and ever, because that interest adds up. The number of horror stories of people whose interest is accrued the same amount as the principal balance is so common, and that's primarily because people just make minimum payments.
And what about skipping college altogether? You know, how do you reach that decision? And is, for some people, that the right call?
For some people, it absolutely is the right call, but you still need to be thinking about what your career is going to be, and are there other alternatives, such as a trade school, in order to be building a career for yourself that maybe doesn't require a 4-year degree.
All right, author of the Broke Millennials series, Erin Lowry. Erin, thanks so much.
Wonderful to be here.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.